Good Sunday morning everybody, another beautiful day in northern Arizona, and today on Flagstaff Drives we're going to take a run along Walnut Canyon Road, Old Walnut Canyon Road to Walnut Canyon Road, and eventually to the back entrance to Picture Canyon. A shortish distance but a very nice drive, so if you're all sitting comfortably I'll put my seatbelt on and we'll begin. So this is Old Walnut Canyon Road that runs along the side of Walnut Canyon National Monument on my right hand side. This road is usually in pretty good condition, but right now it's very muddy and slippy following all the snow that has recently melted. There's usually lots of wildlife out here. Deer hang out all year long, elk, which also hang out, and lots of birds of prey. And on the left hand side here is part of Campbell Mesa, which is I find a nice place to go hiking with the dog because there's very few, if anybody, out there at any time. National Monument runs for several miles, and there are cliff dwellings made by the Sinagua people, Sinagua without water, and all in this area there are signs of human habitation from 1,800 years ago. Like a lot of the peoples of that time, they suddenly upped and left. Climatic conditions played a part. Using up resources, warfare, and it seems likely now that there was a very large eruption in Indonesia, a super volcano that was probably the final straw around about 1300 that made life here untenable and everybody left. Everything that seems permanent about human civilizations is of course a fallacy. We all are here for a very short time, and we will find that what we thought was permanent is not. Panting and jingling as usual, that's my dog Scooter, who always likes to come on for the ride, so please excuse that if it's distracting. So we're coming to the junction of Old Walnut Canyon Road and Walnut Canyon Road, which is the one that comes from I-40 that the tourists take to come up to the National Monument itself, where you can hike or climb the steps 100 or so down to the cliff dwellings along the side of the canyon there. Ahead is the road that takes you to Coznino, part of, or outlying part of Flagstaff. As I mentioned, this is an area with lots of wildlife, so one has to be fairly alert for large animals coming out of the trees here and crossing the road. And I have had personally one experience of a very large snake coming across the road, which somebody else rescued or shooed across the road before it got run over. This road is interesting because it's a delineation point between two vegetation types. On the left it's a little higher elevation and you're still in the ponderosa pines, and to the right it drops a little bit and you're soon into the pinyon juniper environment, and that is steadily changing. It's a visible sign of climate change in this area, as we can, I I have seen in the last decade or so, the march of the pinyon junipers into the area of the pines, and the pines dying off. And beyond that, then the pinyon juniper is dying off and the grasslands are coming back. So you can see the actual effect of climate change, which isn't really that slow, it's pretty quick. This isn't the busiest of national monuments. It gets obviously busier in the summertime, but it's never crazy with tons of people. It's no Grand Canyon or Yellowstone. Still snow covered. This is the north side of it, and beyond that the peaks are very much snow covered on this northern side, but make a pretty sight for sure. So at this point we're leaving the National Monument Road and Walnut Canyon Road, and we're about to cross over I-40, which is a major east-west route across the country, and we then go on to old Route 66, the original 66. Stretches of Route 66 that are drivable all the way along and are always interesting. Historic Route 66 sign, which takes us back towards FLAGSTAFF and provides some spectacular views of the mountains. We're about to cross the Burlington North Santa Fe Railroad. This is always a spectacular entrance to the city. Towering peaks, all volcanic. And different types of volcano. Mount Eldon is a rhyolite dome, and the San Francisco peaks are classic stratovolcano. Turn off to the right onto Rain Valley Road, the city a few years ago. It's pretty much trashed, but has over 120 panels and petroglyphs, and is now being cleaned up and is a very popular and nice place to come. But this is the quiet way if you want to come this way. So you drive down Rain Valley Road here for a little way until you get where the mailboxes are. You used to be able to park dead ahead here, but somebody put these big tree trunks and forbidding signs here. I don't know why. They're not doing anybody any harm parking here, but you can just park here. And right here in front of us, where the sign is part of the Arizona Trail, which crosses right here, and that's where you would go into Picture Canyon. Just follow that trail. So we'll do that another day on foot, but right now we'll head back to Old Route 66